Chayet. The neighbors, they won't stop lighting fucking fireworks. 2 hours last night. I was gonna stream. They wouldn't stop. I'm okay. Hey, what's up? I was gonna stream last night, and I couldn't. I couldn't do it. Right outside my goddamn window. Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself? Also, my fan is on because it's fucking like 150 degrees outside. Oh, are you by yourself? You should have streamed. It was not pleasant. I had like a pillow over my head. Ah, morning, Pearls. I probably should have like called someone. Mr. Nick, please tell me, what's gonna happen to Mystic Maya? I'm sorry. We don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the Inner Temple. No, I wanted to stream this last night because I want to see what fucking happens. I'm not in the Xenoblade mood. Oh, I see. Streamer, you're not a narc. Okay, there's, like, I don't mind fireworks. But, like, right outside the goddamn window, though? So, is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall? For two goddamn hours? Until fucking midnight? No, she's the defendant in this case. So she can't be at the Inner Temple. On a Monday night? It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, on a Monday fucking night, she's required to be here in court. Then, how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby? I have to admit, it's kinda strange. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. I thought it was gonna be Mr. Green, or he used to be Red, I think. I don't know. Edgeworth. What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak. Today's testimony? You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. Wait, what? The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession, or so I heard. Franziska von Karma, what are you up to? A harmless 30 boxes of poppers thrown right at your window. It was like those fucking... I don't know. I think they were launching up into the sky. I didn't check. But, like, it was like those ones that, like, they explode in the air and then they, like, sizzle for a while. It was just a ton of those. Franziska von Karma, what are you up to? I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today. What? Then who is? Who else would it be but Godot? Godot? Franziska is engaging in some important work at the Sacred Cavern. The Sacred Cavern? She's eating the gravy, I knew it. You don't mean that she's... Exactly. She has been out there all night, trying to remove those trick locks. With the head nun's assistance, naturally. We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. I hope everything continues to go smoothly, and we receive some good news soon. Yeah, thanks, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow. You don't have to tell me that. Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday. It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger. Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold on to someone else, literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner. He called me partner! I knew they were dating! Thanks. I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Donim. No. I mean, Miss Misty Fey. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And what that woman is really after. I mean, I know what she's after. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. Can I say this case is fucking bullshit in the best way? What? Oh no. Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazakura Temple. Your Honor. What are you... Who, me? Well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. Little brother? All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. Therefore, I'll be standing in for him. I see, Your Honor. They're brothers? That explains a lot. No, it doesn't! My poor brother. He looked a bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. Oh boy. How does this even work? We're starting at Cup 1? It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment. Well said, Mr. Godot. I understood exactly what you said, at least up until the end anyway. Now then, Mr. Godot, proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There's only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug. So then you mean... forget it. What do you mean? During yesterday's trial... I'm gonna turn my fan off. I see the microphone picking it up a lot. During yesterday's trial, the accursed... Accursed? Got Bloodborne on the mind. The accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, I mean, it might be fitting, she had a change of heart. Her sister Iris of Hazakura Temple had a confession to make. Why Bloodborne? Don't worry about it. Confession? The defendant? Iris, why didn't she discuss this with me first? Hi, this judge dropped out of kindergarten and never went to school. Kindergarten's the type of school. Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession. He's gone to school because I'm about to school him. Why did I say that out loud? I thought about it and I was like, that sucks, and then I said it anyway. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. My name is Iris, and I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple. Witness, is there something that you want to confess to? Yes. But first I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore. It's alright. What is it? Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident. Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Donham? No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard, where I desecrated it. What? It's still a crime. Yeah, it's like, you know, being complicit in murder, desecration of a corpse, perjury? Is that lying to the court? Order in the court! Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder? Yes, that's correct. What? 3 minutes in court, and I'm already covered in a cold sweat. Word number 2? Ha! Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that in this case, it's to murder. Isn't that right, Mr. Trite? That Godot. So this is the confession they were conferring about. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Alright, goodbye, testimony. Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. What evidence do I have? A lot. This is new. I think... Is this new? No, I don't think that's new. This is new and this is new. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris was covering for someone. Ugh. No, definitely up a creek without a paddle. Or a life jacket. I've been at Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Karain tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family. I'm sorry, but main family? Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself if need be to protect her. The daughter of the master of Karain channeling technique. Mystic Maya Fey. Oh, I see where they're going with this. Oh no. They're gonna try and pin it on her, aren't they? Wake up and smell the coffee, Trite. And I guess that is their ultimate goal. She's naming Maya? No, they're gonna try and frame her, because that's the whole, like, goal of this, is to fuck Maya over. Order in the court, even if she goes down with her. Oh no. Not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer? I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my own eyes. Oh, fucking no. And then I cleaned up the area to try and protect her. When are you gonna stop defending her? Oh, look, she's not even here. The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. I don't know what Phoenix, right, man, said. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime? Was it ever explained why Maya calls him Nick? Is it, like, Phoenix? Is that sure? Yes, Your Honor. I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. Like Phoenix, like N-I-X? Like Nick's? Like, but Nick? Is it an abbreviation of an abbreviation? I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. Faux Nix. That's not... I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. What? When Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Isn't it 'cause Butts called him that? Wait, did he? Is that actually why? It's just been Maya fucking with him the whole time? That sadistic murderer, Maya. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it. So it was in self-defense. Yes. Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya. You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You've got the instincts of a true criminal. Something's not right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it. Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. What if she was killed on the bridge, and that's why they lit it on fire? Probably not. I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved to deliver a fatal strike. Are we going for this already? Oh, wait. Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated that yesterday, on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple. Objection! Did she now? Too bad for you. What she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go? It was in the Inner Temple's training hall. A private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony. That would be properly described as hearsay. What do you have to say, witness? I just couldn't tell him the truth at that time. Mystic Maya, she's your girlfriend, isn't she? Pearl's in the fucking, like, or next to me. She's probably next to me, isn't she? No, Pearl's next to me, like, cheering. I didn't want you to be the one to... I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit murder. There. We all understand how difficult this is for you. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. What did you witness in the temple garden? Well, Your Honor. You're saying that the victim attacked Miss Faye. Yes, it was a truly frightening scene. Mystic Maya was struck hard on the head and looked like she was going to collapse. What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting? I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock. That's perfectly understandable, my dear. That doesn't sound right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute. What happened after? She moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon. Wait a minute. What was this weapon? It was some kind of dagger. Oh, we got her now. A dagger, huh? And Elise Donim tried to stab her with this weapon. To kill Miss Faye. Yes, exactly. Huh. You look like I did after mistakenly taking a swig of Worcestershire sauce. Who does that? How would that even occur? I don't... Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy? He called me lawyer boy. Do I have a problem with Iris's testimony? Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony. You do? But this witness is your own client. Well, nevertheless... You know, I forgot she was my client. That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony. Yes, sir. Just a moment. It's my job to say that. Listen, Grams. I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. I'm the judge now. Let's continue. She threw her staff away and pulled a dagger from inside her... This is happening now, apparently. All right, I didn't think it would be so soon. Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events. Sorry, I was coughing. Miss Donim throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me. But all you can do with a staff is hit someone. Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but... the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. Ah! If Elise Donim really had wanted to kill Maya Faye, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already has a beautiful blade in her hands. Beautiful? Why well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say? 3. That was an impressive bit of investigation, Trite. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. Ow, it hurts, chat. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose the dagger over her blade. What dagger? There's no weapon has been found other than this one. And this thing, but that's not... Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony. But there is something strange about this whole testimony. Who the fuck is she? Real name Misty Fey, Maya's mother. There we go. Shouldn't have inhaled all that smoke willingly. I think it's because I inhaled, like, my dinner before I started streaming. I just fucking, like, in, like, 10 minutes, it was gone. And I think... Yeah. Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point. Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument. Mr. Wright? I have another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Miss Elise Donim would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. Elise Donim would never have attacked Maya Fey. How can you be so sure? Because the victim's real name was not Elise Donim. Her real name was Misty Fey. Fey? No, not Mystic Misty Fey. Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to... Misty Fey is the master of the Karain channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey. Are you serious? OBS, are you good? Why is it telling me it's lagging? Stop lagging, I'll kill you. OBS, I'll kill the program. Now, is it really true, Mr. Wright? Was Elise Donim actually the great Mystic Misty? There's no doubt about it. It looks like Iris had no idea. I can hardly believe it. The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Why was that so loud? Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. Ugh. Only daughter? Only remaining daughter. Order in the court. Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seems natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented, one, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter. Despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. For listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible. Except for one little thing. Yeah? What's this one little impossible thing? Huh. You still don't get it. You think maybe my beans are under-roasted? But you have no idea, Gramps. What? Could you get to your point? I heard this witness's confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. How is he alive? You're going to ruin your health, my friend. Anyway, he's a shitting machine, he has to be. After hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And what the fuck? He discovered this little beauty. Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing? Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else? Now that you mention it, If you look closely, there appears to be blood on it. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? Pine tree? What fucking This dagger was stuck in the back side of the pine tree. When the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women, this little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree. Which means the blood on the dagger belongs to the victim, correct? Were you even listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning, just as I had taken my first sip of my 13th cup of coffee. Didn't you just say it was your 8th a few minutes ago? I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice. In any case, the court will accept this dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately. This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. What? Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. Now then, the testimony we've just heard has numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible. What are we on, 5th? Cute girls never lie. Ever. In any case, witness, could you testify again to this court? About what, Your Honor? About the incident you saw. The battle between the two women. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, well, this is a problem. All I've got now that's not been seen is, like this, and I guess this. Shit. Let me read it. Let me read it. We'll see. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Gravy. There's also the gravy, yes. That is true. This is new. Death. This is also new. This is also new. Also, suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern. I love Danganronpa. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. It was a very heartbreaking story. I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore. Ooh, wrong! That seems reasonable. Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. Is that part of it? I immediately know what to do. Watch me be incorrect. Damn it, it's not there. Fuck. I was really hoping that it would say like that she wouldn't recognize her. Damn it! No, let that be part of the testimony. Iris, where were you standing when you witnessed all this? What do you mean? Well, if either of them had noticed you, they might not have continued their battle. I wonder if that's true. The two of them, they were standing near the Gardenstone lantern. I was watching the whole thing from behind. It was dark where the two of them were, so... She didn't recognize Elise? Yeah, but... That's not... Oh, are you referring to the fact that the charm wasn't, like, visible? Well, it would have had to have been by this point, right? Because, you know, it had been flung off of her. Whereas normally she conceals it. I think that's why they didn't see me. So it was dark in the garden when the murder took place. Yeah, the charm. You know, the charm that is associated with only the Fae family. With the crest on it and all that. You know, the Karain Master's talisman. That only the Master of Karain... Tell me, what did Miss Maya Fey do after she was struck? What happened to the victim's staff then? I'm not sure. The area was very dark, so I really couldn't see. I think it got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated. That makes sense. That would explain the need for the dagger. Mystic Elise raised the dagger to strike, but Mystic Maya dodged it at the last second. The dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground. And then at some point, Mystic Maya picked it up. Nothing sounds especially strange yet. Why? Okay, see, this is what's confusing to me. If they're trying to pin it on Maya, why is she framing it as self-defense? Like, that would well, not exonerate her, but, I mean, it's self-defense. What did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her? Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern. You're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim? Yes. But Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger. I still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point, it's just silly! What, what? Did I run out of time? As they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. I believe the correct description is a cornered fox is scared and petrified. Your animal analogies have grown tiresome. You're the one who started it. Anyway. Okay, I thought I ran out of time for a second. So, after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern, what happened next? That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Okay, that got added to the testimony. Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw? Yes, I'm almost certain. Almost? The garden was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who. What did she just say? So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely. Objection. Why is there a dude with a cyberpunk visor? I think he's a zombie, don't worry about it though. We know that Maya Fey was at the Inner Temple that night. I don't know, he said he was from hell, and that woman that was killed was Elise Donim. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who? I don't have anything to counter that yet. Well then, witness, please continue with your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. The two of them faced each other for a moment. Then Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise. Then Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground. I'm so tired of reading the word mystic. She was stabbed in the stomach, huh? Yes. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away. Whoops. Where did the dagger go? I have no idea. It was dark and I couldn't see. According to the detective who found the dagger. What pine tree? That shit ain't a pine tree. It was stuck into the pine tree into the garden. into the... Most likely it was flung toward the tree after the struggle. It's the most likely explanation, yes. After being stabbed in the stomach, did the victim collapse right away? Your very American pine tree. Yeah, that's what it is. Now that I think of it, she seemed to stare at Mystic Maya for a while. And Mystic Maya stood there, not moving an inch. Am I crazy, or Maya looks weird? First of all, she's very tall, isn't she? I don't know. She doesn't look right. It felt for just a moment that time had stopped. Maya's short. Because she's like, you know, she's not growing because all she eats is burger. It felt for a moment like time had just stopped. Commonly found near your American channeling training halls. They could have just said it was a different kind. They could have just said tree. But then suddenly, as if the spell had worn off, Mystic Elise fell over. Seems like a reasonable story at first. But there's one thing that is completely impossible. The very idea of Maya stabbing someone. That alone is impossible, which means this faulty testimony must contain another contradiction in it somewhere. Alright, what do we got? I was really hoping it would be simple, but it's not what I was thinking it was gonna be. They said what I wanted them to say. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, then she collapsed. Is it this? Am I supposed to point out that in this testimony, she was supposedly stabbed in the abdomen, not the back? Is that what we're focusing on? No hint. It doesn't explicitly say that she was stabbed in the abdomen, but it's like implied, right? Oh, here! Yeah, right there. This works. Never mind. I thought it was smart. I don't know. I thought it made sense. We're back against the lantern, but she was supposedly stabbed in the back, and that's what killed her. I don't think that won me any points with it. I thought it made sense. Maybe on this one? I'm like adamant on this. Oh my god. Why? The first one makes more sense! Something about what you just said isn't right today, Iris. Huh? Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions. The first one doesn't mention the stabbing, but it emphasizes the direction. We already know that she was stabbed. What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony? According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct? The witness is a baddie? I think she's a psychopathic murderer. But yeah, sure. That's right. But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right? Yes, I think so. But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back. This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony. What? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? Are you asking me? What was that, like number 12? I think that's number 6. 7? It's simple. People are like books. We've all got a front and a back. What? You get my drift. What? Is that all you have to say? I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind. He's right. What do you... Okay. Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and ideological metaphors already? Or illogical, sorry. The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter. And now she falsely claims that the victim was stabbed in the stomach. There certainly are some inconsistencies. Well, Iris, how about it? Well, it's just... If you ask me, you're being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee. What? But to pick out each one requires total concentration and use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said? Prosecutor Godot, explain yourself. Nobody understands what he's saying. The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light. Except for him, I think he has night vision. Light. Do you think he can, like, read my body temperature? Do you think he... By the way, did you know? Hazakura has a rule that on nights when an acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit. I did... I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for. If that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime scene more clearly? Normally, yes. But according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light the stone lantern. Impossible? It hadn't been used in a long time. The wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's it. Most enlightening. Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. Stop making sense! We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. Number 7. Isn't that right, Wright? Why does my throat hurt so much already? It's only been 40 minutes! Oh god, I inhaled the water by accident. Order. Here, Your Honor. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it'll rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. Why is the judge just sitting there with that look on his face? What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot? This lantern. There's something written on it. 47 minutes? Chat. The stream has actually technically been live for 48 minutes and 38 seconds. Thank you very much. Chat. This lantern. There's something written on it. I already read that. I'm convinced that's not coffee. It looks like black sludge. You know, I think I said that earlier. It's like, he's drinking like sewage water. I don't know. I'm not even sure he's like a real person. I think he's a robot. That might be oil. Why, it's written in blood. Oh boy. Then again, when he throws the coffee at Phoenix Wright, it looks like coffee. He has like a fake cup prepared just for throwing, so the judge didn't know about that yet. Written in blood. It says... He might not be able to see it because he sees in red, maybe? Does he see in red? His visor's red, right? So it says Maya upside down. What the? Oh, yes. That's right. He's drinking gasoline. I don't know why he's not sharing. I want some. After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya. Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing on that stone lantern behind her. Doesn't make any fucking sense. With the blood that was draining out of her body. It certainly looks that way. Hang on. Hang on just a minute. Where are you? What are you all talking about? What do you mean? What are we all talking about? We're talking about the message written in blood. Wasn't it established earlier that he can't see like red? Nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle. No, I thought it was established earlier during one trial that he was like not able to see when something was soaked in blood. Was it? Or am I crazy? Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all. Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Or maybe it was during this, I don't know. I thought I remembered it being established, like, somewhere. So that's what he meant by that. In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark. The apron from Case 3, is that what it was? And that the victim sprawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godot, anything further? Mr. Godot? Okay then, let's move on. Godot is literally shaking. And somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. I believe it's been established that Miss Donim was killed by Maya Fey. That's just wrong! Now it's time to turn our attention to you. Yes, sir. After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears. But how is he able to see blood on other things? Is it just because people told him? Like, he knew there was blood on this. He knew there was blood on this. And I think on this, or at least I pointed it out, maybe not that sphere, but I feel like he's noticed it before. What about the shit? After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. I don't really believe you. But this fucking picture, the bridge was repaired, wasn't it? Shit. Like it didn't have holes in it. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and... I used the Shichishido to alter the way the wound looked. You moved the body? Yes. I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fey clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Donim was actually Misty Fey. I've committed a terrible sin. A terrible trick of fate. I believe you're looking for Twist of Fate, Your Honor. I intended to return to the Inner Temple after taking care of the body. What body? But... You were spotted by the head nun, correct? Yes. That's why I couldn't go back. Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What do we got? No hint! No hint, chat. After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future of the master of Korean tradition. I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. I took my 3DS out of hibernation after 2 years, and it still has a full battery. I don't know what the fuck is up with, like, their batteries. They, like, don't go bad. At least they last a long fucking time, right? Like, I don't know. What does Nintendo do with their fucking lithium batteries to make them last so long? No lithium battery lasts that long. Anyway, I don't know. It's weird. It's like, anything using the 3DS battery, so like my Wii U Pro controller, my 3DS... Yeah, mostly those. Like, they just don't go bad. Need a hint. I'm gonna scream. Okay, I'll take a hint, chat. How many lithium-ion batteries can you consume before you die? I got distracted. I removed the, the body from the inner temple myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hasakura Temple. I used the Shichishiro to alter the way the wound looked. Chat, I'm calling it. He's gonna take 13 minutes here. You're making me not want to press, but I feel like I need to. Do you think that Von Karma is done eating the gravy yet? Do you think... Lantern from the inner temple garden was not lit on the night of the crime. I find it strange. I don't know, like, if it matters, but I find it strange that the blood is just, like, there. When in... What's-her-face? Bikini's flashback, it, like, shows her visibly impaling her in, like, a different spot at a different angle. It's just weird. I don't know. But, like, the blood spot is only there. Also, blood would have gotten everywhere. Wait a minute. Loss of blood from stab in back. Do you think, chat? He's offline. Yes, he is. What happened? Internet? Hello? Internet? Internet die? No, internet work. Is it gonna reconnect? Disconnected. That's cool. I love my internet service provider. Uh-huh. Oh. No. No, it's 0. Let me pause the recording real quick here. Chat, the internet die for like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know. It's already taken him longer than 13 minutes to solve this one. I'm gonna shit everywhere. Everywhere is gonna be feces. I don't even remember what I was doing. Right, the blood, my controller disconnected. I haven't had my internet just like straight up perish like that in a long while. Actually, here I don't think it's ever happened. Anyway, what was I doing? Right, blood. Blood for the blood god. It was blood being dragged. She dragged the body, but there's no blood anywhere. I think that's what I need to convey. No. Okay. Need a hint. Stop posting Lenny faces. It's weird. No. I'm gonna ban it. I'm gonna ban the Lenny face. I dragged it all the way behind me across Dusky. Is there anything else to indicate that there would be blood everywhere? No. Not really. We still haven't, like, narrowed down the weird ball thing, have we? Maybe the ball comes up. Sorry, I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple. I used the Shichi Shido to alter the way the wound looked. It's not my fault, chat. I'm like thrown off now. Fuck, I can't think straight. I like reset my modem too. Like I unplugged it and plugged it back in and it's still like, it said it was online, but like it wasn't. I need to hit them up and demand $80,000 up front. Unacceptable service. I removed the body from the inner temple myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. I'm just gonna start pressing, cause I can't remember. I'm thrown off now. So you waited until everything was over before making a move. No, it's not like that. Objection. She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. It's not surprising that she was a little timid. I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion. Isn't it your job as the judge to mediate the argument? Is it? I guess. I thought he just banged the gavel and eat lunch. It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me that it finally dawned on her what she had done. So then, you knew? You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey? Yes, of course I did. That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position. Anyway, she was a very special person indeed. I removed the body from the inner temple myself. Why did you do that? Because I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way. I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene. You moved her body all by yourself? Yes, I did. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow. The snow, huh? What? It's pretty amazing that you could make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge. It looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite its age. It's like they say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold. What? But there's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into Eagle River? It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way back to Hazakura Temple. I thought that it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible. Ha! Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge? The snowmobile? I knew that would show up sooner or later. Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge. This is the part where the question... This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? Let me hear more about the snowmobile ride. It was very cold that night. I rode it all the way to the foot of the bridge. Objection! I'm sorry, witness, but now I've got a problem with your testimony. Excuse me? Godot, what are you up to now? That night after the head nun left the remainder of the training to you. She said she walked from the inner temple to Hazakura Temple. Yes? I'm fairly certain that's what the record indicates. Let's recall her comments on the subject. When I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate, the snowmobile, I mean. The snowmobile was in front of the main gate. This is one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say? Why are you doing my job for me? Mr. Godot, why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness's testimony? Let's just say I like things to be neat and tidy, okay? Well, maybe Sister Bikini missed it. Maybe she didn't see it. You think she missed it? That doesn't sound right. Outsourcing. Whatever. Even I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time or effort. It's just, you'd better be careful in your testimony. That's all I wanted to say. A smart little cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that. Yes, sir. What was that all about? Why would Godot want to give me a hint? Let's continue with the testimony. So you transported the body by snowmobile all the way to Hazakura Temple Courtyard. Yes, I thought that way Mystic Maya would never be suspected. That's what I thought anyway, and then I... Oh no, we're not done yet! If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right? Naturally, you would expect there to be tracks. This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride? Yes, I think they are. But I can only see one set of tracks here. Chat, I want to see the dialogue, okay? And also, I don't know what to do. I think I have to press to get the info. What do you want from me, man? I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple. I see. Snow was still falling, huh? And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's kind of what I figured she would say, but that's kind of why I also didn't pick it initially. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks. How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about the testimony? Maybe it's important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. That doesn't make sense if you stack up the evidence, if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris just made added to the testimony. But, does it have something to do with the case? All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record. Ha! This should be fun. Was that number 8? You. Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we? When do I get to point out the lantern bit? Yes, sir. The lantern had like a perimeter around it where there was no snow. Wait, do I do that now? Not that. I don't have like a photo. Was not lit the night of the crime. But like that's wrong, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. Maybe the lantern. There have been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true? Yes, I am. When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear. That's right. I'm certain of it. I think I've trapped her this time. I see how you think snow. Huh? There was a pause in between those, and I did not do that. What's going on here? If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, it'd mean there's a bigger hole in her story than the movie The Grid Revelations. What? What is that? Well then, Mr. Trite, perhaps you'd like to share your theory with us. Let's see what's up your sleeve, or rather, at the end of your index finger. I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. Why would she do that? Whoops. There's only one reason I can think of. Matrix reference. Is it? By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. What do I point out? The fact that this was buried in the snow? Or... the fact that this was buried in snow? No, that one doesn't really... You're not gonna like this. I'm not? I don't know why I opened that. That's not relevant whatsoever. Weather data. Snow to approximately 10:50 p.m. Lightning 10 to approximately 11. Okay, so 7 to 10:50. It says that she died from 10 to 11 p.m. It's a 10-minute window. It's kind of short, right? Is that what we're going at here? Like the fact that it would take her a while to walk to this, see it all happen, and then carry a fucking, like, body back? I don't... Well, I guess she would have already been dead. So realistic... Okay, it's one way. Let's think one way. Like, she brings up the snowmobile to the Blue Dot area, sure. And then... I don't know. It's weird. I don't think that's the answer, though. Was not lit the night of the crime. Is it this? I really wish I had a fucking photo of that one little garden. It'd actually be really helpful. For reference. This wasn't covered in snow. Then again, it was under the tree, so maybe... Was it under... Fuck, I don't remember! Is it that? I don't know. I'm gonna save. I'm scared. It's not that. Alright. I didn't think it was, but I tried it anyway for some reason. I didn't mean to loop. I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. Why don't you want to do that? By the time the... No, it's not ball. Is it the picture of the snowmobile? It might be. I don't know why, though. There's a bigger problem at hand with the snow being stopped. Is there? It's not the tracks photo. Oh, I just got a game over. It's a good thing I saved. The timing of it? That's what I was thinking earlier. And so I am right on that then? Like maybe... No, not the weather report. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. What am I missing here? Not that. Is it supposed to be this? I don't... There's no way. No, okay, I didn't think so. By the time the murder took place... Again, but like, it's... Okay, it's not the outside. Alright. I'm not just picking randomly. Like, I'm making educated guesses. They're not good, apparently, but... No, it's not... Is it not on this statement? I feel like it should be on this statement. What did he say when I pressed again? There have been a lot of contradictions so far. This time, are you sure it's all true? When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear. This is the part you're not going to like. This isn't the place to object, but you couldn't object until you saw this statement. Why? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, I thought it was my duty to protect the... I removed the body from the inner temple myself. Wasn't it this statement? Why did you do that? She said it would have been impossible without the snow, I think, or something. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow. The snow, huh? I removed the body from the inner... Is it this? Huh? No? I removed the body from the inner temple myself. What did she say for this one? It's pretty amazing that you could make it all the way across the rickety old bridge. It's surprisingly sturdy. Now, this is talking about how she made a different decision with the body. I don't know if her saying inner temple matters at all. What does this say again? No, that's not it. No. Fuck. It's not to do with the blood. It's not to do with the charm? No. The fact that the snow stopped means something big timeline-wise. I understand that, but everything I'm trying to point out timeline-wise isn't working. And this is where she mentioned snow. Let me check the other ones. What? Does it have to be about this again? And this is where Godot points out that it's weird. It was there by the main gate, the snowmobile, I mean. But, like, how do I utilize this? Not helpful. Why are you pointing out contradiction? Okay, let me press on the other thing again. Does anything new get said here? Am I supposed to choose forget it? I hope not. There should be tracks left in the snow. This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple. Snow was still falling, huh? And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. Huh? That really narrows it down, though, doesn't it? So is it on this statement? No! Fuck! Shit! God damn it! I don't know! I don't even know if I'm on the right track. There's not exactly much that mentions the snow. Like, all that there is... Okay, we have weather report. Autopsy report, like, pointing out the timeline. Tracks photo. Crime photo. That's it. Were there track marks near her? No, that's not right. Okay. I didn't mean to loop that again. I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple. What about this picture was like, what do I notice here? Does it have to do with the footprints? I don't know. It might be the photo, I'm not really sure. There's, like, multiple statements where it's apparently not the last one. It's not the temple map. The timeline, like, it makes sense to me to point out the timeline and how tight everything would be. Where... Yeah, the 10:45 p.m. So why the fuck isn't the weather report working? Let me try pushing the weather report on multiple things. I dragged it all the way behind me across dusky. Is it this? It was that. Okay. It was that one. All right. I'm annoyed now, and I'm gonna reload the save because go fuck yourself. It was that one. I didn't mean to loop. Not that it's tight, it's impossible. I get it. I just didn't do it on the right statement. Which one was it? Was it this one? Across the bridge is the focus. Okay, it was across the bridge. You claimed that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That isn't possible. What? This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time. Why do you say that? Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught fire. I have a suggestion, game developer. I know that Phoenix Wright hasn't had a new game in like a billion years. You should put a check mark next to the like when I pull up this menu. Like when I pull up the menu, like you should put a check mark next to it when I tried doing it. Yeah, a Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire. Now, I know me, like, reloading the save would nullify that, but they should still do it anyway. What did you say? The bridge. It was on fire? You don't mean to say. You don't know about it. You didn't know about it. It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down. What? But it can't be. It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney. You just gotta let me manipulate time like 5 times in a row. Order. Order! The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right. The inner temple was already cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body. Witness, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying and I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself? 9? The only person that isn't truly contemptible is you. Me or the judge? I agree with the judge. Old man! Me? How dare you? Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now. Squat? No squats. The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right? Of course, but whether it was snowing or not snowing, whether the bridge was burning or not, no squats! Didn't even use a highlight message. Lame. 100 squats? What, are you trying to kill me? There are 2 facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Donham was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Donham's body. He makes a good point, on both accounts. That's right. I'm not lying. What are you claiming this time? I wasn't myself at all that night, so my memory is still somewhat hazy. Bullshit. You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy? It's only human to err. If you're so perfect, Trite, maybe you can explain this for the court. What is it? When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick. She tied the body to that one cable of the bridge and flung it over, and it flew in the air and then landed on... not exactly, no. There must be some other way she got across that burnt-out bridge. Unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we're never gonna know the truth. Looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation. 10? You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest this lady's testimony isn't the truth. But there's contradictions! All right, then. Witness, let's hear your testimony once more. About what, Your Honor? You've admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Add an explanation for that to your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Will this be your final testimony? Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter all that much? Yes. Or are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge? Great, okay. Is this what we're doing? So it was just a misunderstanding, I see. But the tracks! This is a photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident. There's that cable again. It certainly was burned to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall. Clearly, it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition. It's in the testimony, or the court record now. Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder. Again! For like the 5th fucking time, my god. Trite, I'm only going to say it one more time. It's only human to err. And only humans can spot the errors of our ways. The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes. What? All right, Mr. Wright. Begin your final cross-examination. Okay. I must have gotten confused. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? It doesn't matter that much. It does. Are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge? I'm gonna be brave and save Scum. I'm gonna be brave and just go for it. It didn't work. It didn't work. Okay, I really don't feel like pressing any further, but I might have to. Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna... Yes, but if the snow had already stopped when the incident took place, what do you mean 5th time? Well, there was that time, I think she was accused for killing her own sister. There were more times. She's been arrested. How many times has Maya been accused of murder? On trial for murder. Yes, but if the snow had already stopped when the incident took place, I couldn't have crossed the bridge naturally. But I think it's just like Mr. Godot said. The body did make it across somehow. I must have just gotten confused, I guess. You seemed to be quite sure of yourself when you gave your testimony. You said you were sure that the snow had already stopped. I'm terribly sorry. I was wrong. Does she really think an apology is going to get her off the hook? Why is there a massive fucking smudge on my glasses? Where did that even come from? Oh, great. I made it worse. Nope, that's not helping. Hey, that's better, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? I think it matters. She killed her own sister, she killed Dr. Gray, She killed Dahlia. Yeah, I forgot about Dr. Gray. She killed Dahlia. She killed Ami Faye. She killed her mom. Other than Dr. Gray, those are all her relatives. This is no joke. You're giving sworn testimony in a court of law. Well, Mr. Wright, let me ask you a question. Do you remember what the weather was like 1 week ago today? Huh? Well, naturally it was, This has no relevance. The tracks! Dude, you see, it's not that easy to remember, is it? But if it had been some kind of special day, I would have remembered. This does not invalidate my point. For example, it was pouring rain on the day of my elementary school graduation. Objection! No one wants to hear about your childhood traumas, Wright. Edgeworth would want to hear about them. What? By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. If you insist on obsessing over that one statement, let's see the proof. Show some evidence that the body somehow crossed the bridge while it was on fire. Are we doing this? We're really doing this right now? We're doing this? Yeah, we're doing this. Okay. I didn't actually think this would be relevant, but this isn't going to go well. A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility. What? 11? You're saying it's possible? Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim, I almost said schlame, is that it's been pulled out of thin air. I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen. Preposterous! Sorry, preposterous. Who is it? Who is this witness? I can't chicken out here. I gotta keep the attack on the go, go, go. Miss Elise Donim's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Laurice Donim. Brilliant. Highly gifted. Apprentice? Remember what he said in his testimony. Why are we doing this? That night, he was in the mountain shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night. Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Yeah, that's kind of how I thought this would go. Why is this the correct choice? Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? I don't know. And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument? Uh-oh. The judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket. Ha! Well, Wright, there's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old. Does the sketch prove anything? I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it. Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch? Okay, so we are going to focus on the fact that it was probably a swinging motion and not a flying Why did Gadussi? Why did the Gadussi say that? All right, then. Let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show? I don't think this old whisker face is going to forgive any more mistakes. All right, Phoenix. Look carefully and think it over. The sketch drawn by Laurice Donim. Okay, I didn't know what options it was going to present here. The perspective, though. Okay, but the perspective, though, I'm going with this. Something is obviously funny about this sketch. I'm no art critic, but even I can see that. No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Okay, I think we're on the right track. Laurice Donham stated it over and over, that this sketch was exactly as he saw it. And he's fucking upside down. Oh my god, he's gonna be shitting me. However, if I were to believe his testimony, I didn't think it was literal, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. For fuck's sake. It is upside down. Contradicts reality. Ha! This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger-pointing thing again. Okay, Wright. What exactly contradicts reality as we know it? The body? The flying figure, naturally. After all, people haven't learned to fly yet, or did I miss something? Mr. Wright, that answer just now, it was lethal. Don't look at me like that. No, is it the cables? After dragging us all the way to this point, that answer is embarrassing. It was so embarrassing I'm actually blushing. Blushing only suits women, not the elderly. Anyway, what now? Rethink, point to something else. I think it's the cables. Okay, so... I'm assuming it wants me to point to the cables? Which cable, though? I don't know. Either? Guess this one. It's the wire connected to the bridge. Is that right? The wire? Huh. Is that the thing that contradicts reality? It is indeed. Then show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with. Okay, there we go. Show us something that'll point out how the sketch contradicts reality. That's the photo of Dusky Bridge, correct? Yes, now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. On the actual Dusky Bridge, jumping Jehoshaphat, the wires are below the guard wires. What? Order. The sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong? Or perhaps he just drew it wrong. Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong. Stop calling him Laurice. With someone like Laurice, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But that begs the question. Why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? Are you saying you know the answer to that? Listen, think back, all right? Remember what Laurice was doing when he witnessed this event. He was at Heavenly Hall, waiting for a lover that was never going to come. Damn, bro. He waited, and finally he laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now ponder what sort of position Laurice must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did. I really thought it was going to be like some weird perspective thing. He just drew it upside fucking down. Alright. He was lying on his back. I can't see how that relates. But it does, Your Honor. This is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down. No way. Laurice Donham witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down. So, then, this sketch should actually... I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Laurice Donim's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum. Ridiculous. Order! Of all the things to say, a pendulum? Why is that what he's mad about? The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no other way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. And a pendulum was the only way to get it done. Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. That sounds right. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you'd need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you'd have to plan ahead. The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident, so it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them. What? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there. In that case, Mr. Wright, give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create the pendulum? Is this? And the meaning of this is, if you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard. This is one of the wires from the bridge. When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste. They tied the wire around Elise Donim's body. I cannot believe that is actually what happened. And she has this staff, which explains why the ball fell off. Because there was simply no other way to move the body. He's gonna freak out. Ha! Yep, there he goes. No, you can't end the trial that quickly, bro. I called him bro. Why'd I call him? No way, bro, Mr. Godot. It seems that Mr. Godot is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. It seems that the odds of a rope actually being readily available were very high. So I suppose that's not an impossibility after all. Chuzzle your monster? It's water, chat. I chugged the monster before the stream. It was a bad idea. I'm having heart palpitations. Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Trite, I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. You have any actual evidence that the body was swung like a pendulum? Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's that one that was in front of the inner temple. So then, that spot was where the criminal... Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. If the body was pushed from this point here, it would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point. Did you say drop? About 10 feet? They must have failed to catch the body on the other bank. What? What makes you think that something like that happened? Because I have evidence to suggest that the body was dropped some distance. What kind of evidence? Take a look at this autopsy report. Autopsy report? It says here that the body fell about 10 feet after her death. 10 feet, huh? That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. And then, as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose. That's... this blood-stained amethyst crystal. It's the one that came off of Miss Elise Donim's staff. And even more important is the place where the crystal sphere was found. Indeed, I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was found. Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed. This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You've provided us with a way the body could have been moved that night. What just happened? An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. What is a slapping noise? Oh, it's the coffee. Mr. Wright? It's the coffee! I thought I heard something. I thought this cold coffee might help you cool down. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Godot? That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trite. But you forgot about one thing. Oh, and what would that be? The aroma. Huh? Coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma. The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffinese. Can you elaborate a bit more? If the criminal had sent the body to the other side like you say, then naturally, there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it. Good point. An accomplice. The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So, who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trite? Mr. Godot is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Oh boy, here we go. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do. Yes, Your Honor. I knew Pearl was in on it. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice. How am I going to argue this, though? I guess it was argued in that one trial where somebody also supposedly possessed Maya and killed someone, except it didn't actually happen, but it might have happened this time. If you please, Mr. Wright. I need to save the game. I can't save the game. Ah, shit. Who was the person that received the body on the Hazakura Temple side? It has to be her, right? She didn't do any of that shit on the other side. She's been making shit up the whole time. She doesn't know what's going on. So obviously it was Pearl. No, it has to be her, doesn't it? Yeah. Von Karma did it. Morgan Fay did it. Let's get a game over. It can only be you, Sister Iris. Huh? But I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one who could have managed it. Trite, were you even listening to the witness's testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie... Why do you say it like that? Don't say it like... was on cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath. I haven't forgotten, But have you, Mr. Godot? The witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim. Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time. Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony? Mention what? The pendulum, of course. Using this sketch drawn by an eyewitness. Why is it still upside down? I have established how the body was moved during using the burnt-out bridge. Which means it's now a fact that this occurred. Something you should have already known. No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum. But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. You should have known about it. In fact, it's impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with. What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright? What if this has been Maya the whole time? Didn't we joke about that last time? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple? Objection. Are you serious, Trite? You mean this woman is... Are we really doing this right now? There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. There's no fucking way. They don't have the same color hair. It's weird, right? I'm saving the game. 4 jokes in a row that are literally happening. Why her whole demeanor suddenly changed so much from yesterday. They don't have the same clothes either. I don't know if that's important. I think the hair color is important. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is... Okay. It'd be really funny. Her hair is similar. Okay, do I pick Maya or Dahlia? It's Dahlia. Her? It's black? I'm picking Dahlia. I never thought I'd have to utter your name again. Let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Hawthorne? What if it's, Iris channeling her? She doesn't have spiritual powers, though. That's the weird thing, right? I still think it's weird that they have the same hairstyle, but, like, I don't know. I don't know. Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her. Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless. They're twins, bro. I don't know any twins that, like, wear the same identical hairstyle. I think it's weird. Oh, so one of them is a psychopathic murderer, and the other one is also probably a What is wrong with these sisters? It's just your imagination, Gramps. The file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know any twins? Shut up. Right there, Dahlia Hawthorne, that's... Oh yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago. My name's Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor to be here in your noble presence. He's not real. The honor's all mine! Edge could use the Magetama, but he has no spiritual shit. Well, neither does Phoenix, but, like, I don't... Channeling is different, isn't it? Why is my throat so... I hate allergies, fuck! But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month. So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom! He's a zombie, he has to... What? Order! Wait a moment. How can you... My sister? She's already dead. What kind of... You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of Karain channeling technique flows within that body. The Karain channeling technique. That's right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You are the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of another spirit... a spirit medium. 12? 13? 13? What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone. On the very night of the murder, to a temple where her twin sister Iris was. If you're gonna put things that way, then yes. A coffee slam. We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens. Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions. What's that? These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple. 2 of them? Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words, 10 p.m. I want to rip my sinuses out of my face with my bare hands. How do I take them out? However, Iris was seen before dinner time. That means that the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris. And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you even know what you're saying, Trite? This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans to talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris. What? 14? Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. Gotta listen to that compressed noise. It was later that the body was moved by pendulum. That's right. Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yes. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center. Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that. Oh, thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced. Something still seems off. Way off. I'm not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night. I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places. What? Switched places? To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with the trial. Iris doesn't have spiritual powers needed to channel Dahlia. Which means they must have switched places somewhere. Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne? Yeah, of course. Edgeworth fucked up. It's his fault. Put him in prison, Your Honor. Then I can talk with him behind the glass, and it'll be sweet, and I can laugh at. I think there might have been one chance. Oh, explain yourself. Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown. Unknown? What do you mean? What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised. You've already talked to him behind the glass? Yeah, but I want to do it again. It's funny. Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that? I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris the chance to freely move about was my boyfriend, Edgeworth. This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it? Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not? An earthquake? Earthquake? Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor might... How could I have? She fled. She escaped. We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true. Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne. Remember the line she hated his guts? Remember that? It's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling... Be quiet. Yeah, there it is! It's been a long time, Mr. Judge. That voice! Guess I'll have to ask again. Name and occupation? Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules. Chat, the song is playing, and you know what that means. It means that I found the fucking song that this keeps reminding me of. It's this fucking song. It's this is this muted? Every fucking time this song plays, that's what I think of. I don't know why there's an ass sound effect. I don't know, it's impossible to find the original. But every fucking time this song plays, Dahlia Hawthorne. VOD's getting muted now. Yeah, probably. Whatever, I don't care. It'll be fun on YouTube, maybe. Just copyright claims. No, every fucking time I hear this stupid song, that's all I can think about. And my current profession? Permanently retired. Ha! So, you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh? Why should I? After all, I'm dead. Oh god, she looks so evil! I love it. There's really nothing you can do to punish me. What is going on here? Dahlia Hawthorne. Speaking of Good Saba premiere, not degenerate small catastrophe. Why do you think I was talking about fish so much last time I streamed? I never thought we'd meet again, and I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time I'll end it. For her and for myself. No, you can't leave a cliffhanger there. You're not allowed to leave a cliffhanger there. Does anyone know the name of this song, by the way? I'm gonna play it again because I don't give a shit. The only reason I was able to find that was because I was randomly browsing YouTube shorts and like some fucking video showed up. Darude Sandstorm. That's not Darude Sandstorm. Right? I can't stop fucking... How much is left? Does anybody know? Because I'm ready to take her fucking down. Quite a lot? How much is quite a lot? We talking like hours? Like... The rest of the chapter. That's... Thanks, chat. You know what? You get a free one of those. There you go. 3 hours. Maybe 2. Shit, really? Is there another continue point after this? That's so awkward. I really don't have time to stream for like 5 hours tonight, chat. I really don't. There's another continue point after this? No, I'm not joking. I don't have time to stream until like fucking 2:30 a.m. It's not... And the fucking technical problems that happened earlier aren't helping. There's another continue? Alright, we'll go until then, and then I'm gonna stop. Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? I was hoping to finish it tonight, but it happens. Well, witness? Yes? How can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony. This is fucking Maya. That's so... Why did Maya channel her? I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. God, I love how fucking evil she is. It's great. In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night. The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. I think it's gonna take 2 hours. What did the judge say? I don't know. I was reading chat. So that means you really are... Wait a minute. Why don't you have time? Because I have shit to do tomorrow. Did you just say that the plan was to kill Maya Fay? Yes. You have a problem with that? Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way that... Watch yourself, Trite. If you've got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules. Mr. Godot is correct. And by the way, that's one of my rules as well. To kill Maya. Could it be true? The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master, but for it to work, Maya Fay would have to first die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. Alright, let's just press. You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year. She was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. I see. That's when you discussed the plan. Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well. Even though I'm her own daughter. All to make Pearl Fey the master of Karain. She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister, Misty, took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan. A plan, huh? God, man, you're talking about Pearl Fey, is that correct? Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us. You and your twin sister, Iris? That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why. We were abandoned by her, along with our father. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple. Is Pearl, like, in here right now? This is so fucked up. You mean Iris? Yes. My father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. How horrible. The really horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fey. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power, unfortunately for her. Morgan Fey heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family. Can Morgan die? Can she? Maya would have to die, but why? For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master. The remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya. How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all. That's ridiculous. She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fey as well. How could anyone do that? It's Morgan Fey. Like, what do you... You were going to kill Maya. Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me. So, the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin. On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple. She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it. And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini. Time to get the jar? Do I still have the jar? I do! I still have the jar! It's so big. Alright, it needs to be elongated, though. It's not the right size. It's gotta... I have too many things in OBS. There we go. Alright, are you happy now, chat? She's inside. Do you want to fill it with cyanide now or later? I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway. Why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she? Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her. Backstabber? I mean, literally, she did stab Misty in the back, but you just don't understand. You never will. Anyway. The plan went wrong. You think the plan was a success? You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the Master will pass on to Pearl Fey. Chat, did they kill Maya? Chat? That's absurd. Maya's just... She's just trapped. Trapped inside the sacred cavern. Who do you think is fucking channeling her, dipshit? Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny. Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivety and your pathetic faith in other people. I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fey's plan? I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point. No value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of. If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. But I am fucked up. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. So then tell me why. Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction. What did you say? This woman, Dahlia Hawthorne. She had her own reason for wanting Maya dead. Do you understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? What my goal was? Am I supposed to present it? Yep. Not it, her. Well, she's dead, so... The idea, could it be? That your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself? As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either. You wanted to take revenge on someone? I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia Fey. I know someone knew this. I somehow knew this was it. My reading comprehension is going down the toilet. I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain that she made me feel. Is this the theme from Game 1? Hasn't this been played in every game? Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up. And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died? Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. How do you do that? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans. Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fey. This is a hell of a trial. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless. Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you. There's not a thing you can do to me. That night, at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon-warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple. It was Elise Donim who channeled her after all. Oh. I didn't even think about that. Where the fuck is Maya? That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back. Wait, no, this is Maya. No, this is definitely... I'm confused. What did you do then? Wait, why the fuck would she What? That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... Is Maya actually dead? Wait, that doesn't make any sense. So then you know what would be fucking metal? Maybe that's why she channeled her. Wait a minute. What if she channeled her to, like, stop from bleeding out? Since it, like, changes her body, she's gonna change back and there's gonna be, like, a giant stab wound in her abdomen. Oh, God. So then You're saying you stabbed Maya? It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. Did she fucking... Wait a minute. So, wait. Did Maya kill her and then channel her to stop herself from dying? Why did... Or, not Elise. Why did Misty channel her? That's so weird. What? I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. What does that mean, no clear memory? I don't know. I think I was stabbed. You were stabbed? At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it. That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork. To be fair, no, nobody should be stabbing a French fry with any kind of fork. Fucking animals. There's an eyelash in my eye. Get out of my eye. I do not consent to having eyelash in my eye. Get out! God damn. Hold on. Okay, so I think I pushed it in further. I think this happened last stream, too. I hate when that happens. That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork. There's supposed to be eyelashes in your eye. That's why it's called an eyelash. They're supposed to be on my eyelid, not inside my eyeball. Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her. I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end. That's where my memory temporarily stops. Stops? It's gonna be real fucked up when Maya comes back, because I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness. You were in the sacred cavern. The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there. How did you wind up in there? I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I'd killed her myself. For a ghost, you're one tough cookie. I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out. The trick lock stopped you, huh? I didn't know how to remove it. So you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside this sacred cavern? Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it. Interrupted? It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall. What? Who? Could it have been Maya? I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see. Is it Pearl? Why not? If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself, well, at the back of the sacred cavern. That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearl went there to cover the hanging scroll in feces. Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late. What do you mean by that? The flies had already started to gather. The bridge had been fixed and the police started their investigation, correct? Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But then Lady Luck showed up. Lady Luck? After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself. The real Iris? She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. So, okay, wait a minute. The whole sacred cavern thing is weird. Is Iris locked in there, and then Maya is standing here, and then Pearl is also here, and I locked her away in my place? Okay. There is literally no one that could be channeling Dahlia right now except for Maya. Why has she not realized that? Why does she think she's dead? I had finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded. What do you mean your plan had succeeded? I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's why she would... I had assumed that it was Pearl Fey. Of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions. But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back. Misty Fey. The picture book author. But why? What? Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden. It was her body that was left lying there. Maya Fey. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit. Matricide? And that is? Yeah, matricide. The sin of killing her own mother. No way! Okay, so Alright. Why are we surprised? I mean, it's fucked up, but like, why? Order in the court. What is the meaning of this? It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fey's life was none other than your darling little Maya. Ridiculous! That's nonsense! Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there? What? What do you mean? What's this so-called evidence? The fact that Maya Fey has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it? Huh? The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple. That much is obvious. In that case, there is only one place she could be. Where? Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of Eagle River. Where else? Okay, no, I thought she realized it. I'm not. What? Eagle River? Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Who the fuck would you... What? Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? Is there a fucking... Dead. Missing? Probably in front of me. Pearl. Dead? Locked in a cavern. Needs a spirit medium to be present. There's... What? Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. So, what do you have to say now? Feeny? Ugh. Phone? Yeah? Oops. Sorry, that's my phone. What kind of ringtone is that? Is this fucking theme? Godot here. Okay, thanks. Was it something important? They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern. That's great. What about Maya? There was a woman in the cave. Was it Maya Fey? It was the accused, Sister Iris. Huh? Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that. So, what about Maya? Where is she? There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern. Is this supposed to be a mystery? Or... No, it can't be. I told you, didn't I? She's dead. No. No! But also, I'm like... I'm so confused. Why is this trying to, like, fake me out? Am I stupid? Who's able to channel spirit mediums? Him. He can do it? When did he learn how to do that? It seems that this case has come to an end. A tragic end. Is she really dead? She can't be dead. Dead. There is a corpse? Her fucking corpse is stabbed under that sword right there. It can't be her. It can't be her because she was just found in the cavern. Pearl is, like, literally right next to me or somewhere else. There's, like... She's not, like, slinking back and forth here, right? Nor is she able to change outfits that quickly. She needs a spirit medium. It's Maya. Why is this not... Sadly, it appears that the killer of Elise Donim, also known as Misty Fey. It's Bikini. Shut up! You don't remember? Eenie Meenie was a spirit medium. Dude, can you fucking believe that Gumshoe is a spirit medium? I would sooner believe that Gumshoe would be able to do it. Was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death into the raging waters of Eagle River. No, she didn't! It can't be. Ha! Thank you. Please fucking talk some sense into this. Is that the last cup? I don't even know. Trite. Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth, no matter how improbable it may seem. I will say, once she stops channeling her, though, Maya's gonna have a massive chest wound. Or, she's gonna bleed out and die, so... What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godot? According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side, near the bridge. That's right. That's where she jumped from. But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there. Oh, there's also that. Why are we not focusing on the fact that there is a limited amount of spirit mediums? This isn't exactly a common thing for people to be able to do. What? Don't get your panties all twisted up, Trite. Just relax and think it through. The whole thing again. Think it through the whole thing. Man, I need coffee. So it's impossible? Shows what you know. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River. This is driving me nuts, Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fey threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim? Yeah. I guess what fucking, what's-his-face said. It's impossible to jump into Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Take a look at this overhead map. This is driving me insane. This does not need to be overcomplicated. Fuck it! As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf. Oh, you're right. She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo. Ha! You finally figured it out. No! This is like the meme of the small logical bird, and the big loud crow. Which one is the big loud crow? Is it Godot? Order! You're just playing with me. It's everyone, actually. Maya Fey's body is at the bottom of Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding. I'm gonna go insane. Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Aliens are real. Did you know that? Yes, just a few minutes ago. Maya Fey wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into Eagle River. Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be. Right fucking in front of you! Okay, I'm sorry, chat. What? What is this one possibility you're talking about? That's obviously a bluff. Where is her dead body, then? She ain't dead, bitch. I think the pieces are falling in place. Normally, the living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there's a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya Fey is in this courtroom. There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this courtroom. What? Maya Fey's here? Why is this a big revelation? I don't understand. Like, okay, the other people might not understand. Phoenix Wright should fucking understand. I guess he does, but like, she should understand. Dahlia, you say she's here in my courtroom? Where's Pearl? Dahlia Hawthorne. I seem to recall that you said I had misunderstood one thing, you see. So what? Is she stupid? Am I stupid? I don't know. But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood. What do you mean? Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne? I'm like reverse gaslighting myself. I don't know. It's just like maybe I'm the dumb one here. That's obvious. It's Pearl Fay. How, though? That pathetic little sniveling runt. You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it. I never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. Is there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone called me before Pearl did, but who? Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime. But she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now, am I correct? It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty is gone. There's only one possibility left. Come on already. I can't stand the tension. Dahlia Hawthorne? The person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey. What? What? But how could that be? Remember what this witness Dahlia Hawthorne said about her goal? She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fey. That's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her... Well, Gramps, what would happen? Could it be? It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor. Well, I don't. What are you going on about? Oh, she is dumb. What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. I didn't need Godot's help. I just want to say that I figured that... And there's only one reason. To protect herself from you. Also, to probably stop herself from bleeding to death. To protect herself from me? Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fey. The path back to Hazakura was closed off. There was nowhere for her to run. It's actually, like, really smart of her to do that. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide? You see, I thought she did it in a panic originally, but no, it's actually, like, not a bad idea. You mean, that's when she channeled me? All this time, you thought you had been channeled by Pearls. And that's why it never occurred to you. That Maya's hiding place was you. No. No. Don't say that. Oh, she's pissed. You're saying that I, Dahlia Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp? Yes. Dumbass. Maya Fey killed herself. Isn't it obvious? Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape to open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple. I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that, who has never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea? It doesn't even necessarily seem like that crazy. It's like, you know, channel her, and then, like, you know... Well, me, of course. That also, as well, could I... You've been here the whole time. You could have come out at any point! Mia Fey. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Could have come out at any goddamn time! So it's true. Also, she's been standing there the whole time. She was busy. Doing what? So, it's maybe talking to her mom? I don't know. It was you. Yes. Ha! Here's something else. But what are you doing here? That hair. It's Pearl's, right? Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the inner temple garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fey. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you. She did? Not terribly surprising since she was about to be killed. When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help, so she channeled me. Pearl stabbed her. What? She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. Huh. She did that? I can't believe it. Where did Maya get the paper and pencil? Good question. I kind of thought she did it, like, more sporadically. No, I didn't realize she, like, asked for help. Of course I didn't have all the details. But one thing was perfectly clear. And that was? I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Free? What do you mean? It was a race against time. I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived. It was Maya who put that lock on there. Why did you order her to do those things? If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Fey. Pearls? Pearl didn't properly understand the plan. All she was trying to do was follow her mother Morgan Fey's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly. So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Fey to kill Maya at all costs. It certainly sounds like that was the intent all along. How dare you! I won't forget this! Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure. Yes, another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say? What do you mean by another? Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes. Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. What? How dare you? 11 years ago. This whole ending is just us dunking on her. It's great. The fake kidnapping, your very first crime. Failure! You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but... After Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed. Shut your mouth! That wasn't my fault! It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman. And then 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but... you wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer funny. You wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face. This is such a satisfying ending. And now this. You've messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape. Even though she was right there in front of you. Come on, crash out already. Mia Fey? Mia Fey? Mia Fey! You spinster! I was supposed to kill Maya Fey like I swore I would. He thinks it's about to end. What else is there? And if only you had gotten the spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict, I wouldn't have been hanged to death. True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. What? What did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you'll never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all of eternity. This is great. I remember what you said earlier in the trial. I still am not sure if Maya Fey is going to, like, go unconscious when she stops channeling her, though. We'd probably get, like, medical attention. You said there was no way we could punish you because you were already dead. What about it? Then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. Excuse me. That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne. A miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there is no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Oh my God! Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burnt to a crisp. You... Oh, this is great. You're wrong! It can't be. How could I lose to the likes of you? It no longer matters. We went from, like mini-sodes, C-boot, sequel, pre-boot, we went from, like, kind of tiny, mostly contained stories in the first two games to, like, a big narrative spanning across the third game, and it's fucking great. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. Yeah, this is definitely my favorite of the three. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now. Go fuck yourself, Dahlia! What the fuck? She's like a fucking demon! I'm not ready! Not ready to go. What was that about burning in the fires of Hades? I think she just got sent to hell. You alright, Maya? You don't have a giant stab wound in the middle of the... How would you have written a note if you were stabbed? Nick? Sis? Yeah, that's about what I expected. I would have thought the crowd would be a little more, like, freaked out. Imagine being the jury in this trial. Oh my God. Now then. I assume you're the real Iris. Oh, hey, they got her. Yes. I was just rescued from the sacred cavern. You're going to prison. I'm pretty sure, right? Or executed, I'm not really... I must say that you and your twin sister are identical... Indeed identical from what I can see. Reading is hard. Sorry, I'm reeling. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godot, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne? If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the hell she came from. It seems that Misty Fate wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Fey, as well as the young Pearl Fey, were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan. It's really cool that the judge, I'll give the judge props. He understands the weird, spirit channeling bullshit. I feel like the other judge would probably... Yes, Your Honor. The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. To be fair, though, he's watched, several people physically transform, before him's very eyes. So, it would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again. Your Honor. Yes, what is it? About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now, that's what I said. Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the Karain channeling technique. I don't think I can talk shit on the judge anymore. We got character growth. Isn't that the New Year's issue of Occult? I've seen quite a few things in the many years on this bench. And in all that time, I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different, and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ. Never thought of it that way. He's gonna be a boy failure the next game. Gramp failure? At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple. Oh yeah, you're going to prison. What? What coffee are we on, chat? I don't even... You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor. What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot? This trial isn't over yet. That's what he means. What? Try it. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony. Huh? Dahlia's testimony. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. And then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed. Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone. What? Did Maya not do it? Wait a minute. First of all, I thought it was already established that she had already stabbed Maya. That didn't happen? Yes, that's right. Did the fucking sister do it? The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. Did Maya not do it? At least don't no. Misty Fey. But... stabbed in the back. Damn it! Oh, I'm stupid! Who killed her? We still don't know who did it. The stab wound was from behind, I forgot. Oh, I'm stupid. She did it, didn't she? Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. Shit, you saved Maya. That's kinda... oh, man, but also you helped her a lot. I don't know how to feel about this. We can't let her walk until the evidence proves her innocence. No way. But the court isn't prepared for any further testimony. The prosecution is ready to call our final witness. What? Final witness? This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Fey. Indeed. Who said there was another continue point? Did you lie? Was I lied to? What happened to not staying up till 2 in the morning? Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I kind of was thinking it would happen. So, is it really all right, Mr. Prosecutor? I guess I should have said past 2 in the morning. Of course it's all right, Madam Attorney. Very well, then. Who is this final witness? I have no fucking idea. Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event, and will put the final dagger in this case. Someone who saw the murder take place? The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes. Maya? You mean Maya? You can't. She can't testify after what she's just been through. We need to find the truth. The prosecution calls Maya Fey to the witness stand. I think she's in the hospital? I don't know. Very well. But first we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Fey to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we'll proceed with the trial. Hey, Wright, I've got something to say to you, so listen up. What is it? I don't think much of you as a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow manage to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. You've got some nerve! But that's not going to happen this time. This time, you're gonna have to do this by yourself. Chat, you got it? Shut up. Don't speak. No hint. That's enough! This court is now in recess. Except I'm lying, actually. I have a question, chat. How much is actually left? I don't know. Something fell. I don't know what it was. Oh. Oh, my Tahoe figurine. Oh. Oh, he fell apart. Shit. I had Takua on his back and he fucking fell. Alright, I'll take care of it later. No. How much is actually left? Because I don't really... I thought there was a save point here. If there's like 2 hours left, I think I want to stop here. If there's less... 2 hours worth. God damn it. Fuck. You said the thing. You said 2 hours worth. God damn it. But I want to keep playing the game. But I have responsibilities I must attend to, chat. Your stream will now be extended to fix your Toa. It's fine. He just fell off. I can fix it. It's easy to fix later. Just save here? You think this is a good stopping point? Stay? I wish I could, chat. I don't have a choice. I am sorry. This is a good stopping point. Not the only thing that fell off. What's that supposed to mean? I really don't know how to feel about Iris right now. Because she helped her bitch sister with, like, all of this. Up to the point then I guess she realized she was gonna murder Maya. And then she was like, wait, that's bad. And then she stabbed her in the back. But, like... Still... I don't know. I don't know how to feel about you. You're probably going to prison. I'm sorry. You're not gonna... See, I would keep going if it... I don't know. It just... I want to, like, have the next stream be something substantial. So... Yeah. Killing is indeed a no-no. She did... Okay, the killing thing... She killed... I don't know. It's like weird legal gray area shit. She technically killed her aunt. But at the same time... She did it to, like, stop someone from dying. So... It's an Ace Attorney game, so I imagine it has an epilogue. You are... probably right. Shit, damn, you're probably right. I hate this awkward position bullshit that happens sometimes when I stream. I don't know, like, any way around it, really. It's just a fact of life, though. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. The whole, tech problems earlier didn't help. It only added, like, 13 minutes onto the stream, but I've technically been live for, like, 3 hours and 20 minutes, so... I'm gonna go back to the title screen now. I really want to see what happens next, damn it! Fuck! Alright, well, you know what? It's gonna have to wait. I'm sorry. I don't like it, but whatever. It'll be fixed by streaming Bloodborne soon. You know, I would love to stream Bloodborne. But I don't know how. Because I don't own it on PS4. And, like, I don't really want to buy it on PS4. I know there's, like, the PC project, but it's not, like, done yet. Trust me, I've been keeping tabs on it. It's not... eventually. Also, I'm scared Sony is gonna send Hitman after me if I stream it, like, not officially. You know, maybe if they would fucking release it on literally anything else. Are you going to delete the other one? That's 57 minutes? What are you talking about? The VOD? On Twitch? No. Why would I delete it? No, I only delete, like, superfluous VODs. So, God, restream? I'm gonna kill you. No, the only VODs I ever delete if like, there's, you know... Okay, yeah, so Twitch didn't actually create another VOD, like, aside from the one that happened before and the one that happened after. Because sometimes Twitch will make, like, 3-second VODs. I'll delete those, because they don't... There's nothing there. That's just, you know... Dox yourself? What? No. No, thank you. What? I'll open a P.O. box. No, I'm not... I'm waiting... Sony, put Bloodborne on PC, and then we can talk about streaming it. But yeah, no. No, the Twitch VOD will stay up for a little while. This is another reason why I like uploading my streams to YouTube instead of just, like, publishing the streams of them, too, is because, like, if shit breaks. Anyway, I need to leave now. I have responsibilities I must attend to. So I will go, do that now. Well... in the more I gotta go, chat. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks for stopping by. I'll play this again real soon. I might wait until maybe not tonight, but maybe tomorrow night. Maybe not tonight, because tonight I won't, like, if I finish this game, I won't have, like, time to start another one. How about this? Thursday night I do this. And then probably something else is probably going to be Xenoblade. Yeah, maybe tonight I'll do, You know what, chat? If I do stream tonight, I got a new game for you. How's that sound? I got a brand new game for you. It's brand new, and it's a game, and it's brand new. I'm going to hit the stop recording button, because I don't know how to... I don't know how to live stream. I'm going to... See it, but...